Hey, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here with another Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play video, and welcome back. We have a new UI setup, or a new HUD layout, as it's called in this game. I'll show you guys quickly what it looks like so you can get an idea. We've moved some vertical bars over to the right, we've moved the duty list over here, experience bar down here, lowered the action hotbars a little bit. Status effects for us are now on top of our hotbars, so they're not up here anymore, they're down below. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to for you guys who are not used to this HUD layout, but I am used to it. And again, big thanks to Myth3 on YouTube who, provided a guide to set things up like this. It's almost exactly the way he has it set up. So if you just want to search Myth3 HUD layout on YouTube, you can get an even better idea of how to set this up. I will be making some tweaks as we go, because I didn't want to spend like an hour setting everything up. So, I might move some things around, or I might have to, maybe I forgot something I'll have to add to it, and we'll do that quickly as we go through. But this is basically the general gist of it. One big change is I moved my Q, E, R, and F buttons up a step, so I have room for our Shift Q, E, R, and F, and also Control Q, E, R, and F a little bit lower. And then here's where I have my mouse 4 button, which allows me for my jump, and I'll end up putting Shift mouse 4 and Control mouse 4 here, and we'll go as we go, basically. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump back into the main story quest here. The Warden works in mysterious ways. There's one thing I regret to inform you. Though we wish to inter your comrades on church grounds, the number of fallen scions far exceeded our estimates. After discussing the matter with Father Illud, we have concluded that we have no choice but to bury the dead in the same plots as those who perished in the calamity. Please forgive us. We do not wish to dishonor the memory of the fallen, but as caretakers of the Lich Yard, these are the realities we must face. Wegai, what befell your order was an unforgivable crime. If you would have these villains brought to justice, consider making a pilgrimage to the Mark of the Warden. Though I do not follow the teachings of Azema, it is said that to offer prayers before her mark is to invoke her divine judgment. Regardless of your faith, mayhap it be worth the effort. Okay, mayhap it will be. Let's go ahead and jump on our Chocobo, Moracle. And where are we going? All the way over here. Alright, well, we're taking a bit of a run then. Really happy I'm able to knock some of these episodes out today, because I always feel bad. I don't know why, not that I don't know why I feel bad, but lately, life has just been messing with me a little bit. Not in a bad way. Actually, pretty much everything was in a good way. It's just that it messes with the routine, and I've mentioned several times before that I thrive off of routine. So even something as simple as giving me the day off work, which I explained in the last episode, if I have the day off work, then usually I'm going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to hang out with my wife, I'm going to play with the dogs, we're going to take them out for a walk, we're going to go to the park, we're going to go do groceries, and then, next thing I know, there's no recording on that day. Whereas the days that I do work, it's set in my mind that when I come home on a split shift, I'm going to be recording an episode, and I do it every time. But you mess with that, and I start to fall away from the routine. And not to mention that a couple other games have been pulling at me a little bit here and there. You know what? We're going to run in here. We're going to look for these enemies we need for our hunting log. Might as well pick them up when you see them. I've been heavily neglecting the hunting log, actually. Maybe I should spend some actual time. This should be the last one. You know what? Let's run on over and let's take a look at our hunting log. What have we... Oh wow. Okay, yeah, we are heavily neglecting this. That was for the Immortal Flames. 5 out of 10. So you have two different hunting logs. You have one for just your class, and then one for the Immortal Flames. And you get seals for completing them. So that was one that gave us seals. But the Dragoon or the Lancer hunting log, we have been heavily neglecting that. So I'll end up dealing with that stuff off camera. It's not very exciting, an exciting process to watch me go around and like killing monsters in the hunting log. But I did not realize we were off by that much. As you kneel before the mark of the Warden in a moment of quiet solitude, you breathe deep of the dry desert air. The roar of the rushing waters is punctuated by the faint chirping of vilekin and the shrill cries of a hawk. The gods, however, remain silent. As usual. So yeah, we'll definitely... I'll be setting aside some time to work on some of the things I've neglected with Wee Guy. Like, for example, the hunting log. Maybe getting a couple challenge log things done. The thing is, I don't really focus a lot of time on Wee Guy because he's really supposed to only be focused on the main story. And I thought that the main story quest would be enough to level me up and I wouldn't have to do any like side grinding. But clearly I was wrong about that. So we will be, you know, I'll be dedicating some off-camera time to rounding him out a little bit, completing some of these blue quests that I've picked up, unlocking whatever. Soon, actually, I think I actually have the quest. Is it called My Feisty Chocobo or whatever? My Feisty Little Chocobo is a quest that, once you complete it, it allows you to use your Chocobo as a companion, and he'll follow you around and he'll, like, give you little heals and help do some damage and stuff like that, so... You know, it's useful, and there's also a challenge log to, you know, get you killing enemies with your Chocobo out, so... Things like that. Completing the hunting log, some other things as well. I think I came down the wrong way. But really, for the on-camera stuff, it's just going to be 100% focused on the main story. So, like I said, all that stuff will be taken care of off-camera. I just don't know when. It's not really important right now, you know, but I mentioned in a few, I don't remember how many episodes ago, but I do want, like, as much as I say he's only going to be focusing on the main quest, like, later on in the game, there are big dungeons and big things that you need to do for the main quest that require you to know what you're doing and be at a high level. So I'm still going to try to take this guy up as best as I can and make him the best Dragoon I can. You have honored the dead with your pilgrimage, Wee Guy. Even if Azema did not hear your prayers, I believe that they provided comfort to your fallen brethren. Remember that although the body is but a vessel that must one day be surrendered to the life stream, our souls shall endure, and the righteous shall find solace in Thal's realm. Bury me not on the lone prairie. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with sylphic traditions. I guess so. Well, this is going to be sad. Been a while since we've been to Little Solace. They're not going to be too happy with us. Moxio. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Here's a corpse. Noraxia! But this one does not understand. Uh-oh. Camoxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Noraxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Noraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Noraxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Noraxia at the end. Tell this one that Noraxia was brave. Tell this one that Noraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Noraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Alright. And then back to Elened again. Or Aluned. So I guess for the next little while, we're just dealing with the aftermath of what happened at the Waking Sands. Cleaning up all the mess that was made. We still have no idea where Thancred is, where Papalymo or Ida is. Y'shtola was supposed to be right behind us, I thought, but she hasn't shown up. And we do know that Minfilia was captured. We thank you for your service to the Church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Why is this guy just still dead on the ground, though? Perhaps you will wish to do more for your friends. If so, we remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please, take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, wee guy. You can't tell me what to do. Eyes on me in here. Eyes on me. I'm not imagining it, wee guy. I know I'm being watched. No, not the girl. I know about her. This one is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. It just feels shady, right? It feels like he's like trying to lure us somewhere. Well, we're outside. It's down there, I guess. Specifically at this grave, eh? It's the Imperials! Slay them! Well, there was an Imperial here. So I guess he's not trying to lure us somewhere. Unless he was trying to get us assassinated by that dude. Killed him. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iluid must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Okay. Heavens, forefend. That such a thing would happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Well, he was an Imperial. This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquess was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Oh, this time they didn't actually make me go.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the 7th Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
They couldn't resist it. They had to throw a Cid in here, and finally we know who this dude is.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Alphinaud. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the 7th Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the 3 city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
Oh, he doesn't even know where it is?
An airship? My airship?
This is always weird. I always found that games, specifically like games made by Square Enix, specifically even further Final Fantasy games where people have like memory problems, it's always so weird. Like, it's hard to, like, he's like struggling to think, so it's like hurting, actually physically hurting his mind or something. It's just weird.
Oh, wait.
Maybe it's in the box. Damn.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Well, this is probably as good a time as any to end the episode. This is the kind of shitty thing about me doing this Let's Play at the same time as playing another character who's already much further ahead. I don't remember exactly how much we know about Alphinaud in this series. I know he showed up from time to time to teach us about the different city-states and things. I can't even remember if we've ever seen him and the other Scions in the same room before. I can't remember. But if not, then now is when we are being like really formally introduced to him. And both these guys actually, Cid and Alphinaud, are extremely key characters in the story. And now that they finally emerged, we will start to really advance the story from here on. At least I'm thinking anyway. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.